Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Legion here. Now we back at it with some more Marvel Rivals. Now we just got the reveal of Moon Knight, and I have to say his abilities and his whole kit sounds amazing. He sounds like he could be a real good contender when it comes to DPS in Marvel Rivals. So without further ado, let's get into his abilities.
This is where the fun begins.
So with the reveal of Moon Knight, we got access to all his abilities and we know what they do. So in today's video, we're going to break them down and tell you exactly how they work. So in total, Moon Knight has 6 abilities. So let's start off with the first one, which is called Moonblade. Now, Moonblade basically states that it launches forward a Moonblade that can bounce between enemies and Ankhs, dealing damage to enemies. Now, remember when it comes to this Ankh move, since this seems to be a whole mechanic behind Moon Knight, so remember that. Now, the next ability he does have is Rising Leap. It's basically just a double jump. It's nothing really crazy. You know, Moon Knight just does a double jump. Now, to go along with that, we have Moonlight Hook, which is basically him doing a grappling hook that pulls him towards the direction that Moon Knight wants to go. And to also combo with that one as well, we have Night Glider, which makes him go into a gliding state. Now, I do have to state, when it comes to this whole Night Glider, I would recommend try not to do this while you're in the battle, because it seems like this has a very slow movement, and if someone on the other team has really good aim or can silence you or just stun you, they can easily do it, since it seems like you go a little bit slow with that one. So I would highly recommend do not go into the glider state while you're in a battle, because you will possibly get picked off very easily depending on the opponents. So speaking about that one, we do have the Ancient Ankh. Now it states that fires an Ankh that knocks enemies within the radius airborne towards the center. So basically you fire it out, they get pulled towards the middle, and if you shoot at the Ankh, it basically does damage to them and it bounces in between them and does damage. Now that's the whole mechanic behind the Ankh. It basically makes it where you can do bounce in between enemies and deal damage towards them, which is a nice mechanic, because if, say for instance, with the whole objective where you got to push the payload toward with from the Thor map, I guess you could say, that we played in the beta, if you just throw the Ankh and they're all close to that and you just pop that and you can just start doing the basic attacks on the Ankh and deal damage, you can really get some good damage off on them and basically do a crowd control as well. So that is a very, very nice ability that they do have for Moon Knight right there. Now, of course, for the ultimate, we do have Hand of Khonshu. So it states that open a portal that allows Khonshu to bombard enemies with his talons, which is a very, very nice ability. Basically just opens up a portal. I don't know if you can see Khonshu in there or not. The way it was positioned, you really couldn't see it, but honestly, I do like the way how that ultimate does look. It looks pretty cool itself. So for the last thing we do have is his basic attack, which is called the Crescent Dart. So it states that unleash a Crescent Darts forward that can bounce between enemies and Ankhs, dealing damage to enemies. So this is a very nice basic attack right here. You can bounce between enemies, and especially since it Ankhs as well, you're going to be eating, honestly. So I can see Moon Knight being a really good damage dealer when it comes to overall how his kit seems to be working. Yeah, Moon Knight is going to be eating for sure, for sure. But let me know in the comments, how you guys feeling about Moon Knight abilities? Do you guys think this is a very good kit for him alone, or you feel like there'll be some improvements? Honestly, in my opinion, this seems to be a very strong kit for him. So honestly, we just really got to see how it's going to work when the game does officially come out. But as I stated, let me know how you guys feel about it. Everything below. Moon Knight looks amazing. I cannot wait to see more of what they reveal. But yeah, it's Legion here. I will see you guys later. Before we head out, but if you guys are not, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, have the notifications on so you guys will be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. It's Legion here, and I'm gone. Peace.